And then as I take a bite, zoom it up to me. So my real question is, can I bend enough to get way back in there and get those loose? And I'd have to cut that and put in new brass connectors. So I'd have to go buy the Plex clamp and the Plex cutter. I hate plumbing. It's just a nightmare. I've got this guy hired. He's supposed to be coming tomorrow, but at $115 an hour. So I'm struggling. Plus, I got a really bad cold right now, so it's hard to even think about this. You can see I've got leaking under my sink, which is practically impossible to reach. I've tightened those before, but you can see where it's leaking and it's going down and leaking down into that. I got a pan to catch it, but you can see all the lime on there. Okay, it's time to do some of my maintenance on the RV. That's always exciting. I've been putting some of this stuff off. One thing I always do is every so often is tighten up the snap pads. These are, I'll show you. These are rubberized pads that go on the bottom, that go on the feet of the levelers. And the bolts under them can come loose and you'll be driving down the road and you'll lose one. Well, those pads cost about $50. I don't know what actual foot costs. So I've learned from other people's mistakes. Let me show you here how I tighten them up. You probably see me carrying this thing around in a lot of the videos. It's the case for my camera. This is the wrench that I use because I can get some leverage on it to tighten those nuts. And then I had to buy this special hex head to be able to put underneath there and tighten it. I lubricate my steps monthly with this quick lube. It's kind of messy stuff. I don't think I'll ever buy it again, but that was what was recommended. Yoga pad. Sure glad Sue bought this. And this is what I use when I have to get down underneath there to do any work. And those. While I'm under here, I always look around, make sure there's no leaks. And like on my wheels, make sure the bearings aren't leaking. That's the catalytic converter. Another common problem is this is an aftermarket suspension thing for stabilizing the rear end. It goes clear across here. It's a bar. And you have to check these bolts periodically. People have reported that they came loose and they were hanging off. These are the pads I was talking about. And they go on these metal feet that pull up and down. And I need to lubricate them too. So underneath is a hole. And in that hole is that screw. Another common problem on these Baystars is the screws on the lock come out and they come loose. And when they do, it jams up against the door. And so then there's no way to get the door open. People have to climb in through the window. So when we first got ours, these screws were all loose, sticking out. They put some Loctite on them, and all these three, ever since we've had it, have never come loose again. Because what happens then is they come out and then they get jammed against these screws and then you can't get the door open. You're hungry? Did you want to come out? Did you want to come outside? I use this 3-in-1 oil to oil the screen door and doors. I just did, and now I'm going underneath and I'm going to oil the post on the jacks. I don't know if you remember, but back when I was in Colorado, the window was coming loose and I sealed it with caulk. Sue thought she saw it flapping the other day. It's still solid. Thank heavens, because that thing is riveted on the top. I would not want to change that window. Okay, now I'm going to climb up here and I'm going to open that little door, use the compressor to clean those fans. All right, see these fans? I had to replace this one here. They keep the propane refrigerator cool. That's the one I replaced. This cover broke right here, and I put epoxy glue in there, and it seems to be holding pretty good. Can't imagine what one of these new doors will cost. I don't know if you remember, but this flow per filter was filled up with dirt and was slowing down not only our filling of water, but it was also the city water pressure was low. So I've just turned the water off. I'm going to open it up and just see how dirty it is. Okay, I used the hairdryer. I forgot to video as usual, and I got the filter off. That wasn't too bad. The only problem is the little pipe right above it is leaking now. I just can't win for losing. I'll show you the filter. Okay, Susie's getting a little better, but she's still hooked up to that wound vac, so can't do the laundry yet. So I'm doing the laundry. Enjoyed being in El Paso. We are now getting ready to head out though. She goes to the doctor on Monday. No, Tuesday. The home health nurse comes in on Monday, takes off the wound vac. We go in on Tuesday. She gets the staples out. Health nurse comes on Wednesday. And then Thursday, we head to Deming, New Mexico. Finally, we've enjoyed El Paso. Today's absolutely gorgeous. In the high 70s. I got shorts on. My son John gave us this wagon. That was one of the nicest gifts because it really helps. I do have a cool caboose over there. I don't know if you can go inside of it or not. I probably said this before, but I'll say it again. I wish we knew Spanish. This town is 80% Hispanic. I am telling you that everybody in this town speaks Spanish as their first language, and some of them speak pretty broken English. You have to admire them, though. Most people here can speak English. So I got to where I ride my bike on weekends here. Kids are playing football over here again. But the crazy part in this grass right here is all these stickers. I rode my bike through the grass and look at all these I got on my tire. These things are nasty.
Yeah,
Good thing I got slime in my tire.
Oh, yeah?
I'd get a flat tire otherwise.
Yeah.
These things are super nasty. I think I can get close enough to one for you to see. Okay, we're taking Susie back to the doctor. Okay, having a bad morning. Opened up the black tank, nothing came up. Opened up the gray tank, a little bit came out. So then I turned on the water to flush the black tank, and nothing came out. So it was just filling up the black tank. So I hurried and shut it off before it overflowed inside. Went on YouTube. This guy said if you fill up your gray tank hose, hold it up, and then drop it down, and the pressure will suck out the black. That didn't work. So now I'm going to go inside and turn off the water, and then I'm going to go inside and do the fun job of sticking a pole down there and seeing if I can loosen out. It's clogging it. So what I did is I used this stick and I swished it around. It looked like it was just a lot of toilet paper. So now I put some Dawn dish soap in. I got it to release. So now I put some Dawn dish soap in and I'm filling it back up with fresh water, and then I'm going to go let it flush again. Well, I think I got it flushed out. It wasn't pretty. Had to stir it around. That loosened it up. And then I shut the water off that was flushing the tank. And then I filled the tank full, put some Dawn dish soap in. I think I told you that. And then I flushed all that out. A lot of foam. Put too much Dawn dish soap in. And now when I look down, I can see the bottom of the gray tank. So, disaster averted. Just going to get her staples out, and hopefully then we can return this wound vac, and hopefully all will be good. We can head to Tucson. Good news. We're done with that wound vac and we can head to Tucson. And the doctor wants to see her in 3 months, which is when we're coming back. So now we're going to head to the UPS store and drop off that wound vac. This is all working out perfectly. Okay, we made it to Deming, New Mexico. And an RV place to get gas. We had a good drive over. It's good to be back on the road. We head across the street. There's a propane place. Behind me, you can see all the Teslas getting charged up. Sue did really good. We took it easy. We broke this trip up in 3 parts. So it was just like almost a little over an hour and a half here, be over a little hour and a half to Wilcox, and then an hour and a half on over to Tucson, We're going to be in Tucson for 3 months. It's hard to say goodbye to all of our friends in El Paso. Right in our RV park, we had made friends with Mikey. Okay, we made it to our campground here in Deming, New Mexico. And it was a short jaunt over here. And it's another one of these western all gravel. Here's our campground. Not too many people here, really. Highway's not too far away. Railroad's right on the other side of the highway. That's our campsite. Fortunately, it's not going to get below freezing tonight. We can leave the water hooked up.